Grand opening. Grand opening. Welcome back. These tracks glued in because our Monday is tomorrow. Yeah, Monday is tomorrow. Majority of the population is really Friday, right? So we want to thank the other room. We want to thank Jesus. We want to thank the Galactic Federation, the Pleiadian Council, the whole heavenly host, the divine lineage, all of the ancestors of the closest to the white light. We want to thank Spirit for all the Spirit do, all the support Spirit gives. Yep. We thank Spirit. We seek discernment. We seek clarity. We seek understanding. We thank you for the love. We give love. We receive love. Before I wrote down Shit's Creek, Spirit saying that these people is up Shit's Creeks for the illusion. Yeah, it's a new beginning. Their ego got checked. Have you ever checked the narcissist? It looks like you did collect 128 on the timer. Yeah, they burden. They see you, just like you see them. You're not speaking the same language, are y'all? Yeah, so we only got one deck right here, right now. So we about to see what's in the energy. Somebody's ego got checked and they burdened. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, they burdened by it. Their ego got checked. I bet you they is. Yeah, about this work that they manifested. They manifested this work. However you want to look at it. They manifested this work. Yeah. They took the initiative to cause cycles, to cause conflict for someone. Yeah. So that's what got them judgment. They took the initiative. They went behind the scenes, thought they was God. Not to mention, Spirit told us yesterday that these people was unskilled, uneducated. Spirit told us that. Yes, they did. Spirit told us that they wasn't educated or skilled naturally, organically, or through spiritual text. Spirit said via text, right? So you busted their ego due to their stupidity when it comes to you. When they thought they was gonna go behind the scenes on you again, their ego check. The fact they refuse to acknowledge their wrongdoings and their shortcomings. Let them know that they gotta go to the back of the bus. How you doing? Let them know that. Let them know that they gotta go to the back of the bus, right? Because they manifested this work. So what they manifested, again, what you manifest is going to be within your reach, player. Don't forget that. So you either take the initiative to work with your roots in the positive way with determination, or you take the initiative or be inspired to call yourself thinking you won't change fate. What's this Eight of Pentacles? Yeah, this Queen of Cups reversed. They also manifested through works that you would turn upside down in all your partnerships. But this Queen of Cups reverse and her partnerships, this dummy, because you know the Queen of Cups is very intuitive and she's very intellectual. And that baby is very smart, right? So this person and whoever they collaborated with, they manifested with this spell work, right? This is why their ego got checked. This is why they can't sit still. This is why nobody is listening to them. It's not bruised, it's checked. They wanted to displace the energy. Well, it got displaced. They in the Five of Cups. Yeah, they wanted to displace the energy. So their energy is displaced. Because what you put out is what you talk to me now. What's this Two of Cups? Yeah. And this with this Queen of Cups reverse, what she manifested with this work, her partners is walking away from her. Right? Ain't that what she manifested? That's what Spirit said this person manifested. That's why their ego is bruised. It ain't even bruised. It's checked. It's in check. These people are childish. They refuse to acknowledge there any wrongdoings that they've been doing when it comes to you and your energy. And that's okay. You ain't got to tell the truth to the rest of the world. You need to tell the truth for your own soul. Right? Yeah. They sitting back and watching you move on. With truth and clarity. That's the amazing part about it. Shawty wanna throw. They're taking a high road away from this dummy. Yeah. Cause they confused about their new beginnings of grief, adversity. Remember the gifts you got, right? And you dream dreams and you see things through your third eye. You also feel things in your frequencies, right? So you know when shit's going on, right? In your energy. So they actually confused about their new beginnings. The fives is lack. That's their gift. The five is a gift. It's the change. Right? This friends group, everybody who collaborated with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. Again, the Two of Cups is the partnerships, the relationships, the close contractual agreements. Whether if it's an employer, a family, a church. It was a group of people trying to be on your heels. They couldn't keep up because you a high stepper. That's what I just heard. What's this Page of Pentacles? Yeah. Yeah. So what they manifested, this proposal. So this is what the universe is giving back. This proposal for work. Knight of Cups. So it went from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Cups. So they manifested this and they actually sent this up out into the universe. Some kind of work. This Queen of Cups reverse. What's this Eight of Pentacles? Yeah. They made a proposal to cause you ruins. They made a contract to cause you ruins, right? Ain't that what a proposal is? It's an agreement, right? So he manifested this. And this is what's coming back from the universe. It don't say everything's fine on this Ten of Swords. That's all they're going to have. That's all they got is their Boost Mobile, is their Cricket, is their... That's all they got. Right? That's all they got. That's all they got is destruction, and that's why their ego was hurt. Due to the fact, and it didn't even hurt again. I shuffled it. Why you still there? That's their new beginnings. It ain't gonna get no better than that. What's this Queen of Cups in the reverse? The work of this Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Yeah, so since they made a proposal to cause ruins, to cause you lack, 10 swords, to betray you, to stab you in the back, to try to get you to lose everything, that's what 10 swords is. This is what they put out into the universe. This is how much love they have for you. They made a proposal to cause you ruins. That's the love they got. This Queen of Cups reverse. So this is love offer she getting from the universe. He or she. What's this Two of Cups? Yeah. To hold on. To hold on. All because they wanted to hold on. All because they didn't want to accept the fact that you moved on. All because they're greedy, they're misers. All because they wanted to slow you down. Because you was cool with them. You was in a partnership. You was in some kind of ship with this person. What's this Eight of Cups? You walked away from them. You took a leap of faith. You took the high road. You just went out there. You walked away and you was like, you know what? You didn't never return. You cut your music on. She got on headphones. You took whatever you had. She got a book bag and her pet. As is. She stepped out there. Took a leap of faith. So you was holding on to somebody's free will. You tried to take somebody's free will by going behind the scenes, manifesting with work. Hey, what's this Knight of Cups and this Ten of Swords? Gotta believe it. That's why their ego. That's why their ego got checked. Yeah. So with their proposal, they facing ruins and they in their head about it. They're like, hold on, this wasn't supposed to go like this, because they seeing things in another way due to the fact them watching you, and you just giving them what they need to see. The Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups, that's Five Cups. They feel some type of way because they attempted. What they manifested is coming back to them. That's the level from the universe, from your roots. So, clarify this Ace of Cups and this Four of Pentacles. So this Ace of Cups and this Four of Pentacles for you, they try to cause you ruin, anxiety, mental anguish, but it's in the reverse for you. They confused about it. They confused about it. They like, hold up. Nah, ain't no hold up. What's this Eight of Cups and this Fool? Yeah, ain't no hold up. You walked away and took a leap of faith to recover, right? And so they in their head because you ain't in your head. Because you rely on your roots. You're organic. They fell for the bait. That's why their ego getting checked. They refuse to acknowledge any wrongdoings that they was doing. Not to mention in Jeremiah 14, verse 19, and 20, they got to acknowledge. We all got to acknowledge. It's called repent and give, because they wanted to win at all costs. So since they don't want to acknowledge, they're going to remain pissed because their ego is going to always be checked and bruised. Yeah, because they came after a store. Not only that, a store is not in mental anguish. Yeah, the store is not in their head about what they did and what they doing. The store is not in their head about their future. What's this Page of Pentacles and this Eight of Pentacles? So they manifested using crafts. They manifested on your talents. They manifested through work. Energy work. Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups reverse. Energy work. What's this Page of Pentacles and this Eight of Pentacles? Yeah. Again. On top of the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords, which has the Four Cups on top of it. That's Five Cups. Five Cups on top of it. The Emperor. This authority. It could be masculine or feminine energy. In spirituality, we do not have a gender. Right? 1457 on the timer. But what we do have is a soul and a spirit, and it's our responsibility to do what's right with it in whatever life we're living in. We either live out our lower nature, which is called our ego, or we live out of our higher conscious. It's your choice. But this emperor, it's got the round bulls on this. So this is the Aries. What they manifested got them in the Five of Cups. Yeah, they manifested through this work. Yeah, they manifested it your inheritance. They manifested to harvest your energy. Yeah, this Queen of Swords, this King of Swords did to play like they care. Yeah, they did it. They did it to try to harvest off the Empress. What's this Queen of Cups reverse and this Two of Cups? Prada, Gucci, full length leather, Gucci sweater. Yeah, this hoe was not happy. It wasn't a wish fulfillment for them. This was nonsense. I just heard that. Nonsense. They didn't grow. Those 9 cups is turned over. Everything backfired. That's this Queen of Cups reverse and this Two of Cups. This wasn't a wish fulfillment for them. This wasn't it. This wasn't the move. And they got to walk away because you recovered. The universe and your roots blessed your mental health. Use your roots to get rid of any anxiety, any nervous damage, any trauma, any. You went through spirit and did it the right way, spirit said. Just heard that the right way. Yeah, that's true for clarity. You did it the right way. What's this Two of Cups in this fool? What's this Two of Cups in this Two of Cups in this fool? So the one who walked away, that took a leap of faith, that recovered, their partnerships moving forward is grounded. It's rooted. Yeah. Also, it's free spirited. What's this Eight of Pentacles and this Ten of Swords? Yeah. For this King of Cups, who is the Emperor, who is sitting in 5 cups because they have 10 wands in their face, not their back. Yeah, they see this. They see this. So, yeah, reciprocity. You get what you give, right? Yeah, since they wanted to win at all costs against peace. So since they wanted to be hellions, now they gotta go on and with their hellions. What's this Ten of Swords and this Ace of Cups? Yeah. 1826. Yeah. So they actually sit this Emperor, King of Cups, who put these proposals out to cause you ruins, whoever this authority figure is. It could be your husband, it could be your boyfriend, it could be the rental office, it could be your job, it could be the courthouse, it could be your ex-friend, it could be your sibling, somebody that's in authority of you, somebody that you were supposed to report to as a human being. Whether if it's a parental or not, right? They actually sitting there because they see that you recovered and that your future is good. Because they stalking and watching you, right? So they actually sitting there waiting on their shit to come back. With a diamond in the back. That's this Ten of Swords and this Ace of Cups. They waiting on their ships to come in because you, all right? Not to mention, what they were sending out was projections about themselves. So they have to do, it's like a culture shock for them. They have to face reality. The mask is off. The mirror is facing them. There's no more smoke. The practitioner turned on them. Yeah, this King of Swords, he's seeking peace. But again, Jeremiah 14, verse 19 and 20. They asked God. They went to go look for it and they can't find it. They will never find it. These people right here on this table will never find peace. What's this 4 of Cups and this 3 of Wands? They sitting there looking sheepish. They sitting there wait because of their actions, because of their impulsive actions to cause betrayals. Because of their impulsive actions. I said, what's this 4 of Cups and this 3 of Wands? This is why the universe giving them proposal of 10 ruins. 10 swords. This is what they got to sit up there and watch for. This is what they got to sit up there and watch for. This is what they asked for. This is what they manifested with work. This is what they manifest. So when you hear somebody say your manifestations are within reaches, whatever you put out to the universe and what you ask the universe for, what you ask the universe to do for you, what you ask God to do for you, whether if you go through the dark side or the light side, whatever you ask for, you get it. That's why Jesus said it's a fulfillment. Yeah. This archangel called judgment. Spirit brought judgment. You get the judgment of peace. Why they want to disturb your peace? That's why they can't find none. Yeah, and it's seen. What's this 3 of Wands and this 9 of Swords? Get off of here. I need to make some cheese grill. What's this 3 of Wands and this 9 of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, King of Swords reversed. The actions that this motherfucker took. Yeah. Yeah. They gotta actually sit there and wait on their karma. They gotta now they remember, because I did a read earlier and it said they remember. They remember everything they did. They also remember that you didn't participate. They know that for a fact. They also realize that they've been duped. They also know that moving forward that they're gonna die. They know this. That's why their ego been checked. Oh, reality hits. Oh, everything I sent out to the chosen. Yeah, because they made a deal with the devil. Yeah, this King of Pentacles did. They also tried to bind your money. Because you're a person of authority, you get the money and they in their head about it. They sick. They want forgiveness so bad, but they will not repent. I'm going to tell you how to repent. You better Google that shit. Where's your friend that worked at Google? Where's your friend that you had stalking? The hacker. Where's your people at? Where is your intuition, dark high priest or high priestess? Where's your intuition? Clarify this 4 of Pentacles and this Fool. Yeah. This group, whoever tried to collaborate, whoever they collaborated with, this Queen of Cups reversed, and this Emperor, whoever they collaborated with, they all tried to hold on too tight for you to harvest your energy, because you, right? Moving forward, everybody's facing endings. Whether if it's 6 feet deep, whether if it's mental deep endings, whether if it's in the pockets, whether if it's with communications, they gonna get everything that they put out into the universe to try to affect your life, yo. See, what you did was you actually healed the deformity, because they were sending a lot of mental magic and it was affecting through your outside sources, such as your employment. So if you couldn't get to work, if they was blocking your resources with work, let's say this was your past employer and you walked away from that job because you didn't appreciate how they was treating you. I'm hitting. We're going to tell the truth right here. So it's your past employer. You walked away from this job. So the last 6 years you've been working at this place. So you put these people on the application as a reference, and they lying to all these people. And you like, hold on. If that's the case, then why was I there for 6 years? Right? Because they made a deal with the devil, try to harvest your energy, try to block you. Because once you walked away, their blessing stopped. You walked away, the door just politely shut behind you. But they didn't know how heavy the door is. They didn't know that you actually put a padlock on that motherfucker as you was walking away. They didn't know you was praying for guidance. They didn't know that you was being led out while they was burning up in the wilderness. Everything that they projected was their pain. That's not you. That's not your energy, right? So guess what? Where do you think it gotta go? It didn't come to you. It don't belong to you. Moving forward, them 9 cups is over with. Yeah. Behind the scenes. Yeah. They took a leap of faith to hold on to you. Being misers. A group of misers came after one person. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah. So they got the message of the success. What's the success? That their manifestations are within reach. That's a success. Spirit said that's a fulfillment. Jesus said that shit out of his mouth. Matthew 24, 40. I mean, Luke, what was it? Matthew 24, verse 24. Jesus said in that verse, it's a fulfillment. Whatever you put out is a fulfillment. So be mindful of how you're putting things out. Yeah. Yeah. The success, they watching the success fast and how you're protected and how you're guarded and you the star. And how they try to fuck shit in the past. The deceit, it caught up with them. They didn't think that you would actually participate in administering their karma. 2722, that's 922. Master. Working hard. Fulfillment. Master your happiness. They're unhappy. And anybody that they deal with, they got the message from the stars. What's this 9 of Swords reversing this 3 of Pentacles? Yeah, they were sitting back and watching this Queen of Pentacles. They were stalking the Queen of Swords. They were stalking the Queen of Swords. They were stalking the intelligent one. You see all that air out there? You see them clouds? They were stalking through spirit, through energy. And guess what? The Queen of Swords showed them what it's really about. And so that's why they get what they getting. Yeah, reciprocity. You get what you get. Firm on that one. Firm on that. Yeah. Yeah. This Emperor King of Cups is unhappy moving forward because they know death shall come. I seen in the other deck it was the kiss of death. Ain't that what you ordered? When somebody asks you what you want to eat, what you tell them? You tell them exactly what you want to eat. You order up what you want. If somebody tell you, if you ask somebody, oh, bring me, you going to the dispensary, bring me this back. That's what you're going to bring them. They say, bring me 33 THC level. That's what you're going to get. So, again, why did they think that this wasn't going to happen for them? Yeah. They trapped with them illusions. Yeah, since they was inspired to cause towers, they trapped in them illusions. So, again, Romans 8, ask God to reprobate their mind. You ain't got to say, oh, return to sender. I know I don't. Return to what? No. God reprobate the mind. Yeah, since this King of Pentacles took the initiative to roll with the devil. All right, since this King of Pentacles was inspired to take dirty offers from the devil. Okay, what's this Knight of Wands and this King of Swords reverse? Yeah. They trapped with the devil. He on their ass. They in towers. They going to jail. They going to jail. They going to mental. Again, Romans 8. Ask God to reprobate their mind. You ain't got to touch them. Walk away. Watch how bad they turn up. You gonna see the haters real. You gonna see that it wasn't even you all along. It was always them. They just been jealous of you. It's a spirit. It's an attribute, bro. Archetype, as Carl Jung called it. They got a personality disorder. Yo, yo, this is what they got. Yeah, this is a lot. This is a heavy load. The devil, the tower, and the moon. So the devil put them out there about what they was doing behind the moon, and that's why they in the tower. Yeah, yeah. Both of these earth signs, the pentacles, grounded, earth. Both of these earth signs is in the 5 of cups. Yeah, for coming after you. 9 of pentacles. You reap what you sow. 3102. We're gonna do 4 more cards. Yeah. They see truth and clarity in this shit, man. They see truth and clarity in this. This whole group. That's why they in the 5 of cups. And this is faded. Spirit told me it was faded. See, she got a phone. 2 of wands next to the 8 of swords. Yeah. That's a detective, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. They being watched. They being watched. Yeah. The detective watching them. This is what they get, right? They called an investigation on you. They called the haters on you. They tried to sick the demon squad on you, not realizing you connected to the demons because you connected to the universe. You guys chosen. You command in the universe. That's why their ego got checked, because now they realize that they powerless. They realize that they gave their power away. They realize that nobody had to come after them to get what's rightfully theirs. They gave it away. They realize how stupid they really are. What's this 8 of swords and this 2 of wands? Yeah. This crooked ass business. Again. I told you I was going to tell you the truth. All right, true story. The workplace. I caught them. I wasn't even asleep. I seen it in the vision. They burden. They burden. They trapped and they burden. Right? They trapped and they burden, right? And they... Yeah. This fire sign at this organization. This fire sign at this organization. This is faded. 2 more cards, Spirit. Yeah, because you defended yourself, because you protected. Again, you a prayer warrior. You got strong faith in the universe and God, bro. You got strong faith in Jesus. Bro, what they thought you was asleep. They thought that you was the walking dead just like them. They thought that you wasn't on game. They didn't hear your life story when you told them, I was born from a pimp and a hoe. Bitch, I was born game. That's why egos get checked, because they don't know your roots. What's this 8 of swords in the Hierophant reverse? They going to jail for lying and stealing. Where was y'all stealing from? Ohio Medicaid? That's where y'all was stealing from? That's where y'all was stealing from? Ohio Medicaid. Y'all was stealing from the welfare system. Y'all was stealing from the less fortunate. What an inhumane. God ain't with that. Anything you read in the sword, you need to apply it to your everyday life so you can know what's up in the current events behind the scenes with you. What's this Hierophant reverse and this 2 of wands? Y'all going to jail. This is fate. The wheel ain't turning y'all's favor, yo. We're going to do it again. What's this Hierophant reverse and this 2 of wands? 3443. Mirroring numbers. They mirroring what they put out because they manifested. Please be kind to yourself and treat people with respect. Even if people don't respect you, bro, keep it pushing. You ain't got to catch no feelings from nobody. Clarify this Hierophant and the Two of Wands. Like, you showing up every day is all God wants you to do, is show up. You ain't got to show out. You show an act of kindness. You want to star your crown today, yo. What's this Hierophant and this Two of Wands? Yeah, because they wanted to win at all costs. Because they wanted to win at all costs. They wanted to win at all costs. How you going to go to a fight? You going to pull up at somebody's shit and you come with a car full of you pull up to somebody else's spot and you come with a car full of knives and bats, but they see you pull up and they know what type of time you on, but they start airing it out from the inside of their house. You wasn't ready for that. You wasn't ready for this spiritual warfare. You was not ready for that. Look like you got checked. This was a part of the plan. You didn't know what game that you wanted to play when your ass wanted to sit down at the table with the board. You didn't know. Because checkers and chessboard resembles, the colors is different. But you can use a checkers board as a chessboard. You thought we was playing checkers. No, baby. We're playing life. So until next time, yeah, invest in mastering yourself, yo. Because you're going to always get justice. Reap what you sow. Yeah, reap what you sow. What you put out is what you get. Don't forget that. I ain't saying kiss nobody's ass. I ain't saying don't talk shit. You got to defend yourself. Also, don't entertain lower and vibrational. If you know somebody intentionally doing something to you, carry on. Walk away from them. God reprobate their mind. Watch how it works. Until next time, Ashe.